And we're back. Back.
Yeah.
Back. I said we fucking back.
Hey,
Back.
like we
Back.
never left.
We fucking back. Back.
Like we
Back.
never left.
B
A
to the A
C
C
K
K. Cause we back all day.
day.
Ooh. Cause we back all day.
All day.
All day we don't motherfucking black.
We are not rappers by any means.
At all whatsoever.
Bust them with a rhyme, Jeremy.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
That's all I got. Yeah. 720 fan was popping, y'all.
Welcome
What
back.
it do? What it do?
What it
Welcome
do?
back.
I say what it do.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm your man Draven,
I'm your boy Autumn.
Jeremy.
and we are back. If you have not tuned into the last episode, please click off this video and go give the previous video a watch. Talking about some great stuff in terms of finances. Very knowledgeable brothers. Essentially, what that episode is about. We share our perspective on finances, being a black man or being of black culture. Go check that out.
Yes, sir. And this episode, we're going to be talking about something near and dear to all of us.
No, to y'all, not me.
Why you about to do that?
To y'all,
Why you got to do that, bro?
because y'all do this every day.
Near and
What
dear
you mean?
to all
To y'all,
of us.
to y'all of
But
us.
look, if you didn't have it,
Okay.
and if it was not well, you would not be here.
Ooh. See?
So I'll say exactly.
Yeah.
Got him.
Listen, I already see where this gonna go.
So I'll say this, y'all. Today, we're going to be talking about health.
Okay.
This is something that could be a little bit serious, and we just want to bring a couple things to your attention. We have Jeremy here. Jeremy, actually, do us a favor, brother. Go on and introduce yourself to the 720 fam for us. We know who you are.
What's up, everybody? So I'm Jeremy. If you watched the last episode, you know how, I've met these wonderful gentlemen here. But I'm a registered nurse at Piedmont Atlanta Hospital. I am also a DNP candidate. So I'm working on my doctorate's degree in nursing practice, hoping to secure a fellowship in cardiology when it's all said and done.
He will, not hoping.
Yes.
He will.
I will be securing a fellowship in cardiology when it's all said and done. Currently at UAB earning that doctorate degree.
Come on.
So, health is something that is very near and dear to me. Something that I've really been taking seriously for probably like the past 3 or 4 years now.
Right.
But it's a field that I've always been interested in ever since high school. Draven can attest to this. Back in 2015, I always talked about having a white coat, becoming a doctor. So that's been something that I've manifested for almost
Very long time.
almost a
That is
decade now.
amazing,
Very long
bro.
time.
And I can finally say that I'm so close to seeing the light at
Big
the end
dog.
of the tunnel.
That is
Congratulations,
amazing.
black man.
Congratulations
3 years
to
to
you,
go.
bro. Yeah.
Congratulations, black
but-
man.
Yeah.
Time flies, so 3 years from now,
Less time
it'll
ahead
be
than, come on, brother.
Exactly.
Listen.
What's
Exactly
behind?
from where we've come. So
Absolutely.
definitely.
My eyes ain't that good. My eyes ain't that good. So our
Mine
director
ain't
is talking to us right now. None of us can see what he's saying. The producer is speaking. Right. But all right, y'all. So we brought Jeremy in the building today, not only because we love him, but he has a vast knowledge of, what is needed to have an optimal health, right? So you stated that you've been after, this, what is it? You've been aiming to be a doctor, for a long time.
Yep.
What took you there? Why a doctor?
Wow. So it's really funny. It started back in high school. I took a sports medicine class, and in that class, everything just really it was easy to me. everything seemed to click and made sense. So in my mind, I was like, well, maybe this is something I can do for the rest of my life. So it initially started out with physical therapy. That's what I thought I wanted to do. Went, shout out a couple of people, and I was like, I want to be more involved in like the treatment process.
Right.
So then, for me, the next best thing was like, okay, well, I'll go to medical school.
Yeah.
And go through college, major in biology, ended up eventually switching that major to biopsychology. Graduated with my degree from Georgia State. Go Panthers. We out here. The Georgia State, you feel me? Graduated that degree during the pandemic, actually. When COVID was going on. And so, did the, took the MCAT. Things did not go as planned. But, I decided I was going to take a gap year. And then my gap year, I decided I was going to go to nursing school. So went to nursing school. And I fell in love with that process of, what nursing really entails. And then I realized like all the doors that having a nursing degree opens for you.
Right.
So essentially, what I'm doing now is becoming it's called a doctor of nursing practice. But you are still, so you're still in the world of a physician.
Okay.
You're able to see patients, develop treatment plans, write prescriptions, give out drugs, things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, really be involved in the everyday patient care, and health and well-being. But really what drew me to that is I've got quite a few family members that have transitioned home due to, certain ailments that could have been avoided.
Right.
If they had the proper, education behind that.
Right.
Especially in our communities. It is very prominent, that we pass away from morbidities and comorbidities that could be cured, based off of lifestyle changes, and things like that. So that was really my interest for getting into healthcare, so that way I could be, a voice in my community and start setting up different things in the communities and things like that in order to, save as many lives as possible. Because, if we're going to be here, on this earth, like, yes, we want to enjoy life, but, I want everyone to be able to maximize the amount of time that they have here and not be, in and out of a hospital or, popping, this drug and that drug. Yeah. I don't believe in, having to live like that.
Right.
So that's been my mission. And, I can truly say it is a passion, more so than a profession. It is a passion.
Wow.
I genuinely love, healthcare.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you for,
yes, bro.
sharing that with us. And I do have a quick question for you. As for me, for any doctor of that matter, I see the amount of time you have to spend to get there. Yeah. To become that doctor. Yeah. And, me personally, I was intimidated by how long it took. Yeah. I just can see myself waiting that long to live the life I wanted to live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Outside of that, I just truly don't have a passion for the healthcare field. Right. How did you remain consistent? Ooh. Or what was that thing that helped you be consistent despite the amount of time it takes to get there?
That is, wow. That's a really
it is good question, bro.
So, one of my favorite basketball players of all time is Kobe. Okay. And he, we'll talk about how, it's about the journey, right? The journey is the dream, right? Like those 4 a.m.s, the chemistry classes, the biochemistry classes, the organic chemistry classes, like all those things are all molding you to be who you are going to be, but when you have a goal in mind, you have to be, willing to do whatever it takes to get to that goal. Yep. So, for me, it was always keeping the big picture in focus. And then also coming from I'm the first male in my family to graduate from college.
My boy.
Wow. Congratulations, bro. That's big.
I know that I want for my kids to be, better than than I, right? So one thing that really kind of started it all was like, okay, if I become a doctor, then at least the minimum my kid can do is
become a doctor.
Well, no,
sorry.
It's great, go to college or find something that they're passionate about and achieve it.
Perfect.
Right. Because they can look at my life and look at how long it took me to get to my dream. That they're like, okay, if he can do it, then I can do it.
Perfect.
But also, less than 3% of physicians practicing are black males. So I want to be able to be a part of that 3%, and I want to be able to go to different communities, and instead of that little black boy aspiring to be the next LeBron James, maybe he aspires to be the next me. Maybe he's like, you know what? I don't have to dribble a ball or catch a ball or pick up a mic and live this kind of lifestyle, in order to achieve these nice things. But I can be smart. I don't have to be afraid of my intelligence. I don't have to be afraid to pursue something that is off the beaten path.
Come on, bro.
The black man is supposed to be.
My God.
And so that's what kept me going through.
Right.
Come on.
It still keeps me going.
Right.
When I wake up every morning, it's not easy, but the man who loves walking will go farther than the man who loves the destination. So every morning when I get up, I although it may be difficult and hard, I enjoy every step of the process because I know where it's leading me to. But I think it's important not to take for granted that portion.
The journey.
Of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that's beautiful, man, and we appreciate you sharing that. I want to transition with this. How do we always talk about passing down generational wealth?
Right.
What is generational health, and how can we pass that down, bro?
Yeah, that's generational health, and how you can pass it on.
What tips would you give us to pass along?
I would just say I think first the real question would be, what is health? Right. So I'm gonna kind of fire back at you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you define health as? What does health mean to you?
Health. Okay. What do I define health as?
Right.
When I say the word health, I think about the gym.
Okay.
I think about being in the gym.
Okay.
Lifting weights.
Okay.
What does health mean to me? Health is just being alive to me.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How about you? What is?
When I hear the word health, I don't just think about the physical being. I also think about mental, emotional, and spiritual.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about just physical, I think about being in the best shape possible and pouring good things into your body.
Okay.
So that it can perform at its optimal level.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I would say that both of you are right. Right? Because health is not like this cookie cutter thing.
That's right.
Right? Health is not like health is going to the gym. Health is looking like Chris Bumstead.
Who is that?
Oh, he's a bodybuilder. He's
listen. I was just about to go with it.
There's so many bodybuilders out here, bro.
Well, okay.
I was about to go with it.
Chris.
I thought you said Chris Brown's Day. I said what? Chris Brown's Day.
Chris Bumstead is he's a 3-time Mr. Olympia. He's
okay.
Jacked. He's 3-time Mr. Olympia.
Okay.
He is jacked.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna look him up.
that's necessarily.
I'm trying to be like Chris.
That's necessarily not, health in and of itself. But health can be whatever you define it, right? But I will also say okay, can you walk up a flight of stairs without losing your breath?
Right.
Hell no.
You see, can you do certain activities and things like that? Are you putting the right things into your body so that way you know what I'm saying, we're not developing things like diabetes, we're not developing things like hypertension, which can lead to coronary artery disease, which can lead to a number of different things.
My hypertension ain't finna do all that, but
how you know?
things like that. So I think I think that it's important to teach it when kids are younger, so that way it sticks to them as they get older. Because the worst time to get serious about your health is when something has happened that's detrimental to your health.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question there, right? Me personally, I don't care for going to the hospital.
Right.
I don't care for checkups.
Right.
Or things like that, right? At one point in my life, I was I was trying to be consistent in that, you know, and I went and I did find out that I did have hypertension. And then I went back and, you know, it was something else. And I'm just like, man, this is why I don't come here in the first place.
Right.
Because every time I come here, you up here talking about me, saying something else wrong with me.
He butthurt.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no goddamn
They not
hypertension.
against you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
He mad at the doctor for telling him, hey, bro, you should probably fix these things. Nah, man, fuck that. I ain't never coming back
They
here.
telling
probably
your ass
should've
to
kept
stop
that to
eating
yourself.
fried chicken, mac and cheese.
Right.
That's what they telling your ass. Stop eating that Chick-fil-A.
But here's what I don't understand, though, right? We live in a culture where everything is organic, or, you know, this isn't healthy, or I don't burn candles because of the toxins. It's just nonsense to me, right?
Right.
Niggas been burning candles since God knows when.
Exactly.
Right.
But here's what I don't understand. You had a bunch. I'm sorry. You had a bunch of unhealthy people way back when, working in these mines, eating all this crazy food, smoking 10 cigarettes a damn day, drinking booze and this, that, and the third. And they done lived a lot longer than you grass eating motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
I would argue against that. The life
that.
expectancy of humans has increased drastically with the advancements of medicine and the advancements in health, like drastically. Like, I mean, even if we want to go to, like, you know, back to the, you know, Neanderthal days, right? Or things like that, like survival of the fittest, right? Even like when it comes to like women, when they get their menstrual periods, like they get them quite early, 10, 11 years old, or 12 years old. But that's because, you know, I personally think that's due to like a genetic evolution of like, okay, needing to be able to reproduce earlier because lifespan was so short, you know, but, you know, now, you know, lifespan, average human, if you know, go to your doctor, you live in a fairly healthy, quote, life. You know, you can probably live to be 75, 80, you know, somewhere in that range. And then it's even higher in different parts of the world.
Right.
You know, America is actually on the
One of the
decline
lowest.
Right.
with that. You know, so it's, I would say yes and no. I think that it is important to go see your at least have a primary care physician.
Right.
I think it's important to get blood work done. I think it's important to do all those things so that way you know what's going on with your body. Because how can you prevent something that you don't know is happening?
So as black men,
Yeah.
you know, all right, man.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. It's all good.
Right.
You good, brother. You good.
So as a black man, right? As a black man, how often should we be going to get these checkups?
I would say probably once a quarter.
What's a quarter?
Once a quarter, like every 3-4 months.
Okay. No, you got to break it down for us,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. You know, once every 3-4 months. You know, just to make sure. I mean, because God forbid, I mean, just getting a little personal. You know, I had a uncle who passed away from a heart attack. You know, sitting in his truck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at that point, it's too late.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you can't take one day out of every 4 months to go make sure everything's okay, so that way you can be here.
You got a son too, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
I'll play devil's advocate though.
okay, devil's advocate.
God already knows my expiration date.
That is very true, but he's also given us wisdom.
Okay.
And why is medicine a thing? Right? He gives us witty ideas and inventions, right? So the profession of medicine wouldn't be what it is
Right.
if it wasn't meant to. And you know, that's a good segue for me, because I believe that people, whether they believe Christ or not, but for me personally, I believe that being a physician is a part of being an extension of God's healing. That's what I truly believe.
That's dope.
Wow.
I truly believe
I
that
never looked at it like that.
doctors are an extension of God's healing hands. I mean, I work in the operating room, and to see the things that these surgeons can do, I mean, my goodness. I mean, it's nothing short of miracle. It is nothing short of a miracle, honestly and truly. Or being able to understand how the body works, how unique the body is, and how something over here can affect this, or how this can affect that. I believe that, you know, when you are able to study the body that God's blessed us with, that when you're able to come up with treatments and things like that, that is another form of God's healing power coming into your life and helping you be healthy, right? Because if your body is a temple, why would you not want to take care of it?
Right.
Nah, I love the way you put that. I'm gonna be honest, that still does not make me want to go to the gym.
Right.
Go get a checkup.
Healthy is not gym, right?
Right.
Because put it like this, right? You could be 200 pounds, and you could be 200 pounds. Let's just say it's fat, and I could be 200 pounds of muscle.
Right.
But guess what? Your body doesn't know the difference. 200 pounds is 200 pounds.
Correct.
Now it looks different,
Right.
That's
it
evident.
looks different,
Right.
but at the same time, your heart and my heart, it still has to pump blood through 200 pounds of mass.
Right.
So technically, me being muscle doesn't mean I'm healthier than you.
Correct.
I just look healthier than you. But in all seriousness, I could be more unhealthy than you.
Right.
Because I think that that's also, you know, a segue into another topic when it comes to like the gym. Because like maybe you have this perception of the gym of like, okay, I need to look like this. But I think that gym culture right now is in the drain because I feel like a lot of people aren't very honest and that they use performance enhancing drugs and things like that. Like
surgery.
I feel like a lot of people are not natural when it comes to being in the gym. So you see that and you're like, oh man, I should look like that.
Right.
And that's why I have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But in all actuality, they're probably putting stuff in their body that's way more detrimental than you eating a 10-piece lemon pepper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Extra wet.
That
You feel
sound
me?
real good right
You know
now,
what I'm saying?
too,
Like,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I'm
Some
putting
extra ranch
these,
dressings on there.
you know, I'm putting these things in my body, you know, that may be even more detrimental than the 10
absolutely.
piece
Right.
Absolutely.
But I also think that when it comes to like food, everything is in moderation as well.
Correct.
I think
Right.
that's everything in life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would say that's everything in life too, because like, okay, losing weight is not as hard as it's really not as hard as it seems. It's calories in and calories out.
It's not as hard as people make it.
Right, exactly. It's calories in and calories out.
It's not as hard as people make it.
Look, right?
It's not as hard as people.
Look. I could eat Twinkies every day.
Right.
But if I'm burning more calories than I'm putting on, I am going to lose weight. Calories in,
Why
calories out.
why you telling her that?
Huh?
Why you telling her that?
I don't like
That
no
don't mean
goddamn
that don't mean go eat Twinkies, but I'm just saying calories
I don't
in,
even like
calories
Twinkies.
out.
I don't like to. I'm a
Buns,
Star
brownies,
Crunch
right.
kind of guy. Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like calories
Good
in, calories
night.
out. Cookies, calories in, calories out.
Right.
Oh no, I
You
mean,
know?
but so disclaimer, I don't hate the gym.
Right.
You've trained me.
Yeah.
Right.
I've worked out with you.
Right.
Right. When I get there, I'm
Right.
good. Right. But I think my biggest issue with health,
Getting there.
well, number one, getting there, but then two, it's just like, yeah, I know how I would like to look,
Right.
but then I'm intimidated or, you know, unmotivated. I don't know if that's a word. By the amount of time it's going to take to get there.
Right.
Let me
Or
tell
the
you
amount
what
of
it is.
sacrifice, rather.
This man will go hard
Yeah.
for a whole month
Yeah, I've seen it.
and then look in the mirror
And
And
see
get
no
defeated.
change. Yeah.
and then hop off the train.
Right.
That's really
Right.
what I feel like it
Right.
is for him.
Right.
In addition to him not wanting to prep his meals.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Oh man. Boom.
Right.
When it
That's-
comes to food, I'm all about
Exactly.
convenience, bro.
See,
Exactly.
But-
And convenience kills, bro.
Yeah.
but check it though.
Well, sometimes.
You said you got hypertension.
But check it though. But check it though. Even if
That's
you-
what he said.
But even
But my God.
It's an all-time God.
It's an all-time God.
Yes, he
Yes, he
And when he giveth, he can take it.
He can take it. And I believe he has taketh away. I know that.
Y'all crazy. Oh, I love it.
Oh, good, bro. Dang. That's our
Take it
we
down
getting in
a
trouble.
notch.
We getting in trouble. We too loud. Sorry, 720 fam. We just got a little bit excited.
Bring it down a notch. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
jazz.
About to turn
Power
this into an
99.
ASMR.
The desert. Quiet storm.
Quiet storm.
Okay. So
Sorry, Court. We love you, man.
what is it? So what, as far as like when it comes to, I just say fitness, like 30 to 60 minutes a day. Like even if you just walk, like that's enough. That's enough. 3 times a week, 60 minutes, 3 times a week. That's enough. That's enough. Like you could be a cigarette smoker, right? And we know that nicotine is bad for you.
Right.
Right? But you could be a cigarette smoker, but you could also turn around and walk.
I have one of those.
3-4 days a week.
I know one of those.
30, 35, 45, 60 minutes a day. And you can actually increase your lifespan just based off of how your heart is going to respond to that type of cardio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying health is getting in the gym and lifting weights. No, bro. Health is you got a dog. You take the dog out, 60-minute walk. You come back. Boom. There's your exercise for the day.
Y'all walking y'all dogs for an hour?
No, I
got 2 pitties. So
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I take my boy on 3 walks a day, and the walks are at least 15 minutes apiece.
So that's about an hour.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't have a dog, obviously.
So you want one?
I do.
Because I can.
Not a pit, though.
Oh, it's a pit boxer.
It's too big.
Oh, okay.
It's too big.
Okay. All right. That's it. I love my boys. I love my boys. I give you one.
But you said you love it.
I love them. I love them.
That's hilarious. So
Sometimes.
I'll say this, right? Like I said earlier, I do not hate the gym,
Yeah.
right? I think it's very difficult for me to work out alone because I genuinely do not have the knowledge,
Yeah.
right?
I feel that.
I know how I want to look, and I know how I want to look, and whatever the case may be, but I just want to go there and do the work.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to create a plan,
Right.
and do this, whatever the case may be. Thank God for trainers,
Right.
right? And
Form and fitness.
Form and fitness.
Get out here. Come on. Get out my
And,
guy.
like you had told me, and I realized it myself, is that in order for me to be successful in the gym, I need
Right.
a trainer. Well, yeah. Well,
It's convenient.
Yeah.
For you to have a trainer.
It's
Right.
convenient for me to have a trainer.
Right.
Right. And considering, like I said earlier, when it comes to food, I'm all about convenience.
Yeah.
I'll need a nutritionist and a chef as well.
Right.
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 But that's just me. I genuinely
Right.
do not have a care
Right.
to learn anything about
Right.
what foods are good and bad going into your body, what
Right.
workout you have to do to work out this muscle group.
Right.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Let me just respond to that.
Okay.
Okay? Because I hear that. And there's a lot of other people out there that share that same commonality. What I'll say to that is it's not that, you don't know how. You don't care to know how.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
I don't care to know how.
And I love you,
Yeah,
but I'm
absolutely.
just going to keep it real. You don't care to know how, just as some others don't care to know how. And it's just like, if you want it bad enough, you're going to learn,
Yeah.
and you're going to figure out a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
Going to the gym and getting in shape is really not that hard.
Yeah.
And no offense to anyone at all by saying that.
Right.
But it just all boils down to how bad you want it. And if you eating something healthy or not. Sodas every day, not drinking enough water, not drinking water at all, because that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Eating fried foods all the time. We know when we're not putting the right things into our bodies.
Correct.
Moderation.
Exactly.
Moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Right.
You know, don't make it bigger and harder than what it has to be. Take it one step at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because health doesn't mean like, oh, I got to eat salads and carrots
Right.
for 3 meals a day. Like, no,
Exactly.
no,
Yeah.
that's not what it means.
But your
Exactly.
options are very
You know?
limited.
No, they're not. I eat what I want.
Well,
Right.
but that's depending on what you're trying to do, correct?
What? No,
You're trying to build muscle.
right, but that's my fitness goal.
Okay.
That's my fitness goal.
Correct.
For what I personally want to do. But the average person,
Okay.
you just want to live a healthy lifestyle? No. You
Okay.
don't need to do that.
Okay.
Like, that's for a certain type of physique that
Okay.
you're trying to obtain.
Okay.
Right? That's where that comes into play. But we're just talking basic, general, I just want to make sure that I'm healthy. Like, I just want to make sure that I can be around for, and not have any, comorbidities
Right.
or things like hypertension
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
develop type 2 diabetes or
Right.
things like that. Like, it's
Yeah.
very simple.
And I do want to say this. Some may agree, some may not. But you know what I'm saying? There's or that's why there is a demand for trainers, because there's people out there that exist like me.
Right.
And if you are like me in that regard, hey, it's okay. The bottom line is that you're active. You're in the gym. You're trying to,
Right.
live this
Something
healthy
is better
life.
than
You know what I'm
nothing.
saying? Something is better than nothing.
I'll always say, you want to be preventative, right? You want to be proactive instead of reactive,
Right.
That's
in anything in life.
That's right.
Right.
You want to be proactive before you have to be reactive, because by the time you react, it may be
Too late.
Too late.
And
Right.
I can admit that in health, especially in health,
right.
and maybe even in finances, I have assumed the reactive position.
Right.
And again, I mean, like, this is a very insightful conversation,
Right.
but that's just my makeup. That I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like you said, my issue is I genuinely do not care to know, and I don't care that I don't care to know.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
that's
you know what I'm
but
saying?
that's your
But
truth.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Right.
I would say that that's even more important for you to go see a physician,
Correct.
Especially with having a family.
the fact that you don't want to do those things, then okay, even if you don't want to do those things, you still need to go see somebody and make sure that even though you're not doing these things, that everything
you're
is
all right.
still okay.
That's right. That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And
So make it happen.
Yeah, oh, okay. All right.
I know that's right, bro.
All right. Black men and women. You know
I
what
know
I'm saying?
that's right.
I mean, like, essentially what we're trying to do is just bringing awareness,
Yeah.
Right.
to health. For me, what I'm bringing to the table is, I'm one of those people who don't go to checkups, who, waits to the last minute and is reactive in health. If you have kids, if you have family, whatever the case may be, like bro said, I know it seems like a chore and it's painful for me to say this, but just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Book the appointment.
Yeah. Book the appointment.
Well, and if your friends and your wife and whoever wants you to do it so bad, tell them to book the goddamn appointment.
Oh my God.
Look, whatever gets us there.
Right.
Hey, I'm
As
here
long
for-
as you there,
as long as you
yeah,
get there.
yeah.
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I want to pose a question though. Why in the black community, why is it that black men don't want to go to the doctor? What is the problem? What is the issue there? Where is the disconnect? Because I find it that in talking to the old heads, they will skip out on the doctor so fast.
You know what I think, man? So
What is it?
I think it's a multitude of things. I think so one, I think it's a lack of representation, right? You may not feel comfortable talking about, like, because health is personal.
That's a good
right?
point.
Like
You
you
have to be
said,
extremely vulnerable.
like you
Right.
said, you have to be vulnerable. Like, this person is looking at your body and then they're telling you what's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? So you may feel like they're talking at you instead of like in a way
With you.
in a way that uplifts you to be like, hey, this is what we need to work on. But I will also say that there's probably a cultural disconnect as well, because a lot of these physicians are not black men. So I can't relate to your culture. So I don't know how to speak to you about the things that you're doing. So therefore, when I say it, you may already have some form of bias in your mind, unbeknownst to you, because some biases we don't even register, right? So you may already have some bias when that doctor or that physician walks in the room like, oh, here come this motherfucker finna, he finna come in here and just, be talking out his ass. You're not even thinking about the years of medical school that he's put in, but also that doctor has a bias towards you as well. Even though they teach us in school not to have bias, but we're human. So if I'm a white physician and I'm walking in and I see an obese African American, of course, like in my mind, there's automatically going to be some form of bias there, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, so I think that's one area.
That's a
I would
great
think
point.
that there's also mistrust.
If
we want to go back in history, we just want to talk about the Tuskegee experiment.
Right. Let's go there. Let's go there.
Where basically the black men were given syphilis, and the antidote for syphilis was penicillin, and that penicillin, it came out, but they were still knowingly injecting these African American men with this syphilis virus and not giving them the antidote. And this happened for, a number of years. Wow. And then it finally came to light, I think under Reagan or something like that. And then they made a formal apology, but this was back in the 70s. But the experiments started in the 30s. It was almost damn near 40 years.
I didn't know it was that long.
Oh, it was long, brother. It was long.
I did not know it was that long. That's wild.
You've got things like that.
Yeah.
I think, mistrust is another one.
Just trauma. Right.
And then I think another one is toxic masculinity. I really do. Because, you got to be tough. And you got to be this and that and the third. And you got to
take
provide.
off of work.
Right. You
and
can't
all
take
types
off
of
of
stuff.
work because you got to go do this. You got to go do that. You got to go do this. But in reality, too, I think that, like you said, the old heads, right? Like my dad in particular, my dad was born in 65. I mean, when I tell you that man is probably the hardest worker I've ever met in my life. I've seen this man work. He'll work 12-hour days, 7 days straight. You know what I'm saying? Up at 3 a.m. type, you know what I'm saying? Even to this day, he's pushing 60 and he's still getting up at 3 in the morning. I'm like,
wow, yeah.
You know
when you gonna slow down?
Exactly. But it's that mentality of just go. And then eventually over time, that starts to wear you down. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's also, plays a part too. I mean, hell, I picked up an extra shift at work this week, and by today, man, by 2 o'clock, bro,
I can't do this,
brother. I was ready to get. I was like, man, y'all gotta send me home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, boy, I can't. I'm like, you know.
Well, since you brought up picking up extra shifts and talking about your father,
right?
Can we talk about how important getting optimal rest is?
Yeah.
How important is that?
I think it's very vital. I mean, because when you think about when you sleep, that's when your body has time to prepare itself.
Right.
Even the good Lord rested, man. Right. All right, he created the world, and then on the 7th day he rested, brother. And you think you too good to rest? Come on, bro. I think that rest is very important. I know that in today's society, as far as capitalism and hustle culture and things like that, and especially right now with inflation and stuff like that, you may feel like you have to work those extra hours, just so you can see your paycheck go a little further,
right?
But I do think, and then I would like to take a step back too and say rest is not just sleep, right? Rest is not just I need to get 8 hours of sleep, right? Because realistically, no one's getting 8 hours of sleep. Let's just be real, right? Especially you work corporate America.
Not in today's world.
You know what I'm saying? You work 9 to 5.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You get off. You got maybe have a couple errands to run. You got to cook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you really start settling down around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then of course, I want some time to myself. So you take 2-3 hours.
Right.
By that time it's 11 o'clock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then boom. okay, so maybe you're in bed by 11:30. All right, maybe you fell asleep by 1. Boom, I'm up at 7.
Right.
You know, that's 6 hours of sleep. But when I say rest, I mean like, you know, I think it's important too to find something that you love to do. And you know, whether that's a hobby, whether that's travel, whether that's just taking a walk, whether that's just sitting down watching a show, you know, whether it's, you know, binging something or you know, cooking or whatever the
just
case may be,
to
but
disconnect.
something that kind of allows you to release, you know, endorphins and boost dopamine in your brain and, you know, serotonin and things like that. So that way you have like a sense of relaxation. You know, like for me, that's what the gym is, right? It's for me when too. I'm in the gym, I'm thinking of nothing at all. I am in a
got my music on.
I'm a totally different person.
I'm vibed out.
Whatever.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. I'm ready to get up out this bitch.
Whatever, like situations.
I hope we rub off on you, brother.
Right, is that right? You know, whatever.
I don't have a choice at this point.
Whatever, like thing may be weighing on me in that moment. When I go,
I take man.
I mean,
yeah.
You know, I'm sure you know there's other people out there that go to the gym that can attest to that.
Right.
Because it's just man. I mean, it's just like okay, like it's like I'll put it like this. When you're out and you're hanging with your friends, like okay, like we're doing right now, like you're not thinking about anything other than being here in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, you're not thinking about the bills you got to pay or the rent that's coming up or you know what Christmas gifts you need to buy or this, that, and the third. You know, and you're kind of just shut off, You know, and I think that's important too.
Sure.
You know, to just kind of shut off and get away. You know, get out of the phone and just enjoy. You know, the moment.
Right. Absolutely.
You said some great stuff, man.
You really did, bro.
I think that's very important.
Off.
You did.
You really went off.
You did.
Say, man,
you know, as what you do. I know that's right. No, man, we truly appreciate the knowledge that you've shared. And, you know, more than anything, I appreciate what you are doing in healthcare as a black man, you know, knowing that, you know, I do have someone to identify with, you know, I do share history and share culture, you know what I'm saying, with somebody in a field that I've been running from, right? So I'm appreciative of you. And, you know, if you have this impact on me, you know, I'm only certain that you'll have the same impact, if not more, on other people.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, bro, we really thank you for being here today.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me, man.
And I pray that those who have watched, absolutely, bro. Though I pray that, you know, those of you who are watching, I pray that you take something away from today's episode.
For sure.
Right. Definitely.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Come on, man.
Health is wealth. Yes, sir.
I'm talking about, come on, man. I don't even believe it. I mean,
but you felt it.
But guess
you felt
what?
it in your soul.
Exactly.
Man.
Health is wealth, man.
Bro,
I mean,
we rubbing off.
I had to catch myself over here.
But think about it though.
Right.
What is the beauty? All right, your dream car, Bentley truck. What's the dream of having a Bentley truck if you're not around to see it? If you're not around to see it.
You about to say some bull change.
See, I know you finna say some bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and cut it right there. Because I know you about to say some
720 fam. 720 fam. We thank y'all. We love y'all for rocking with us.
Definitely.
Episode after episode. Catch us on Spotify and Apple Music on Mondays. And catch us on YouTube for the visuals on Tuesdays.
For sure.
Please like, comment, subscribe.
Come on.
And hit those bell notifications, baby.
Yeah.
We see y'all next week.
Follow me on Instagram at _ Jeremy D. All right.
Come on.
Hey, that's your new doctor.
Okay, let's go.
Come on.
Appreciate y'all.
No, absolutely. Before we go, I think I got one last thing to say. Like you say, share, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
If you had your own business, do what you want somebody to do for you. You know what I'm saying? So help us. Help us. Be a helping hand so that we can spread this message to as many people as possible.
Facts.
And I mean, like, just know that it is going to come back around for you. We appreciate you.
Peace.
You're